Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I want to talk about what would Ethan Hunt do once he was in the realm of Dungeons and Dragons. So real quick, if you don't know, if you're running a Dungeons and Dragons campaign, Ethan Hunt should be shaking hands with Elmister in the middle of Forgotten Realms, in Waterdeep specifically. Now, why is that? By the logic and lore that Dungeons and Dragons has established, Ethan Hunt belongs in Faerun. Let me walk you through that, okay? So, Dungeons and Dragons very specifically, made a collaboration with Legos, and now, at this point, Lego is officially connected to Dungeons and Dragons, and Dungeons and Dragons is officially connected to Lego, right? That is happening through the Lego Dragon's Keep Journey's End official Dungeons and Dragons Lego set. Huge, right? It connects the worlds of Dungeons and Dragons to the many worlds of Lego, and it is truly beautiful because it changes every Lego toy ever built from being something that sits on a shelf to being a tool in a narrative, and it transforms Dungeons and Dragons to Dwarven Forge is junk. You can throw it in a lake, and all these static, unchanging miniatures are no longer needed. Right? We can use official Lego minifigs for Dungeons and Dragons, and the array of weapons, the array of hair, the faces, the wings, it's just so much more adaptable, so much more powerful, and it absolutely transforms miniatures and terrain for Dungeons & Dragons forever. And I think that's why that's why Dungeons & Dragons was like, yes, we will absolutely make this deal with you. We want to make every single miniature that's ever been made for this game completely obsolete, because it can be done far, far, far better with Lego miniatures, right? Like weapon in each hand, armor, a basket on the back. Like, it's incredible. It's like if you're not doing it, you have no idea how powerful Lego is for Dungeons and Dragons. This is a great connection, right? Lego made Lego Dimension. Lego Dimension is a narrative story that says the Lego worlds are connected and these characters travel between those worlds, and Ethan Hunt is one of those. Lego Dimension includes Ethan Hunt, and they're like, yeah, Ethan Hunt talks to Gandalf, right? Like, so now that we have Lego Dragon's Keep Journey's End, Ethan Hunt can use the same Lego Dimension portal machine by official narrative and go right over into Faerun, right? Which is fantastic, right? It was incredible, So here's what I want to talk about in this video. All right, Ethan Hunt makes his way to Forgotten Realms, right? That's hop, skibbity, scoop, right? That's why Lego and D&D connected, right? So then, in my humble opinion, that's clearly the reason, right? So what does Ethan Hunt do once he gets there? Okay, so, 1, he arrives in Faerun and he talks to Elmister, right? Elmister tells him exactly, the lay of the land in Dungeons & Dragons, and the first thing Ethan Hunt says is the first thing every J. Scott Garibay player character does is break attunement. Right? Like, hey man, I'm going to need way more than 3 magic items. I'm going to need every slot, right? So I go by the 4th edition slot system, and so you could have 1 ring on each hand, right? You could have one glove. Your hands are 1 slot, right? You can wear a pair of gloves, magical gloves. You can have 1 slot on your head. So let's walk him through, right? So how is he going to do this? So I think he would immediately have Elminster break attunement for him. So now he can align 1 item for every single slot according to 4th edition slot magical disbursement, and he can get up to, so hold on, it's feet, legs, torso, hands, arms, shoulders, head, the eyes, and the belt. It's 9 slots, right? So he can have 9 items all attuned, right? And Elminster can do that for him, right? So in Forgotten Realms, he breaks attunement. He immediately gets a pair of boots of speed. Okay, where does he go next? Well, he gets on a Spelljammer ship, right? What does he do when he's on a Spelljammer ship? He gets a helm of true seeing, right? So true sight. So he gets a helm that gives him true sight, right? And that's going to be in the Astral Sea. Where does he go next? He goes to Exandria. What does he get in Exandria? In Exandria, he's going to get 2 dual Vorpal swords, right? Where does he go next? He's then going to go to Greyhawk, right? Specifically Saltmarsh. What does he get there? Cloak of Invisibility, right? Where is he going to go next? Next, I think he would go to Dominaria. What is he going to get on Dominaria, right? There, I think he would get a... that's a good... No, he wouldn't get that there. What would he get in Dominaria? Oh, he would get a soul ring. He would absolutely get a soul ring, right? Then he's going to return to, I think the next place he would go, Kryn, right? And there he's going to get a belt of giant strength. So now he's going to Kryn, right? And then what would he use for goggles, and where would he get them? And by the way, when he transfers, he's either going through a portal or he'll, or I think multiple times. I think Ethan Hunt would love Spelljammer. He would love being on, a space galleon, right? So that'd be really cool. So I think that would definitely be a very cool way to handle that. And then I think Ethan Hunt then would probably finish out his getting the items he needed by bouncing between Exandria and Faerun, right? And then fill out the rest of his magical items. I think he would probably get, and I don't think he would ever go into casting at all. I think he would remain a fighter. He might pick up some ranger levels, and I think when he came over, he would convert immediately into probably a 6th level fighter. I think he'd pick up some ranger. Actually, I think he'd probably have 2 levels of ranger because he definitely has favored enemies, favored foes, right? And I think he would finish out his, he would kit himself out with 1 magical item on each slot, and then he would just really, just do a great job of fighting evil everywhere he could find it, right? And I think Ethan Hunt would be very, very comfortable in the world of Dungeons, in the realms of Dungeons and Dragons. Every single word of that is my humble opinion. What's important is when I get to hear your humble opinion when you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider liking and subscribing, and let me know if you are excited to see Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning this weekend.